Hello everybody, I am back and this is a new setup, so bear with me here. This is going to be a walkthrough for my second deck. I hope that you enjoy it. When I created this deck, I created it while I was healing, and through some of the most difficult times in my life, my soul came to me and I connected with my soul and guided me. And the messages on these cards are the words that my soul told me while I was going through some very challenging times. And some of these cards in here you will find are connected with trauma and healing trauma. This deck is called Bloom, Rise, and Shine Through Challenging Times. So it's about radical self-love. It is about loving yourself through your transformation. It is about, many of you know when you're going through a difficult time, sometimes the hardest thing to do is get up, okay? So we have Rise and Shine. It's time for you to shine your light. It's time for you to truly love yourself, okay? And this is a universal deck, so it can be used for men too, although it is more geared towards women. So these messages can benefit everyone, really. And I am very proud of this deck. As I showed it to a family member, she told me that I've been creating this deck since I was a child. And as I showed this to one of my best friends, she said this is a labor of love. And those of you that are following me on Instagram, and I highly recommend you do, at My Soul Tribe Tarot, you will see there's been the development of the divine feminine energies into the Empress. And the Empress is about giving birth, okay? Giving birth to energies, in this world, creations. It doesn't have to be a physical life. But the divine feminine is connected, very much with the spiritual world and the physical world. And this deck, I did a kind of a mini launch on Instagram and discovered that it was like giving birth to me. Now I'm not a mother in this lifetime. I have not given birth, but let me tell you, it was a powerful moment for me, and I did cry and I did release. And my way of celebrating was I took a blanket and I went outside and I sat up underneath a tree and I just took a nap, connecting with the earth and recharging. So anyone who feels the need to recharge right now in the collective, please don't wait for permission to do that, okay? Please take the best care of yourself at this time, especially for those of you giving readings, creating healers. So if you would like this deck, you can find it in the description box below in my shop. It is now available. I have had the idea to create this deck for about a year now, and through my experiences, I wanted to create something. And this is one of the gems from my experiences as I really transmuted the energies. And this deck is really also love messages from me to you. And so this is great for if you are going through a challenging time and you can get out this deck. It fits nicely in your hand. It's not too big. It's easy to carry with you, and just pull a card and feel the love and feel the light and feel the support that's all around you. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this deck, and I hope you all enjoy. So starting out, we have the Diviner with you in this moment, and taking the time to pause and realize that they are. That you are loved and that you are supported no matter what it is that you're working through. Okay? We have trust in your soul to guide you, and that's exactly why I created this deck, okay? On this journey, on the twin flame journey, the sacred healing journey, it is all about connecting with your soul, connecting with source, trusting in your instincts. Okay, then we have be your best friend. Absolutely, how many times do we criticize ourselves or are just very difficult on ourselves? And it's so important to be your best friend, to evolve and grow and rise and shine as you are meant to. We have, it is okay if you did not do anything today, but instead chose to simply be. And this card, came forward is especially for those of you that are constantly on the go, right? When you're healing, when you're moving through challenging times, it's so important that you do take time to rest, that you give your mind a break, that you feel what you need to feel and you release it. okay? That you don't have to always be in constant motion, okay? We also have let your friends support you. And this is to let people in that you love and trust, that are there for you. It's so important, and especially, to those of you that are always supporting others, it's so important that you allow others to support you as well. We have live authentically and joyfully. Truly enjoy your life, okay? We talk about the joy timeline, and how important it is to raise our vibration, right? And by doing so, we release what doesn't serve us. We release what's, heavy, that's been weighing us down. We release what we're not. And when we go through healing process, we are walking through the flames of transformation, metaphorically here, okay? And so anything that's not who we are or isn't going to support us moving forward to the next chapter of our life, right? Anything inauthentic will be released so that we can enjoy, truly who we are, enjoy our lives, and shine authentically and powerfully with our gifts, in order to support this world. There's no one else out there like you. You may have the same gifts that somebody else has, but when you look at the fine-tuning of everything, only you can offer that gift in the way that you do, through your experience, your soul expression. So really embrace that authenticity that you bring forward to the world, okay? And especially for old souls and for starseeds and for anyone, resonating with a spiritual journey, you don't always feel supported sometimes or understood. And this is why it's also important to be your best friend. This is why it's important for you to live authentically and be tapped in and know what is for you and what is not for you, okay? We have connect with the elements. This is so important because when we connect with the elements, which is exactly what I did before creating this video, I went out and I just laid out a blanket and laid underneath the sun and underneath a tree and just allowed nature to wake me up when I needed to wake up. And I woke up to a falcon, which was pretty cool. But connecting with the elements are here to support us, again, as the Empress, Divine Feminine, Goddess energy. We work with the elements. We create harmony. There is a powerful force behind us, okay? And that is divinity, which is surrounding all around us. As I said that, the light just flickered. Okay, so connect with the elements in ways that you resonate with. So for some of you, it could be lighting a candle, having, a fire. Some of you, it's taking salt baths, being out in nature, grounding with the earth, clearing and cleansing yourself around like waterfalls and running water. Fresh running water is important. Maybe going to the ocean. There's so many different ways in which the earth does support us, and we support the earth. We also have when others judge you. Remember, most of them could not endure what you have experienced, and they have half of your courage. So when you've been through trauma or you've been through something that is challenging and specific to you in your journey, others may not understand you, they may judge you. Okay, it's so important that you realize all the courage that you have had to come through, and all of the hard work and the effort, okay, and all that pain that you have transmuted and healed, for the betterment of you and the betterment of the world. And so don't allow others to judge you, and remember your courage and remember your strength and your authenticity. Next, we have you deserve the greatest love, your unconditional love. Now, on this journey and the journey of healing in general, unconditional love is so important, because unconditional love is what creates our foundation. Unconditional love is what creates our resonance. And when I say unconditional love, that's not to say loving without boundaries. Of course, we have and set healthy boundaries, energetic boundaries, for ourselves, correct? But it's something that you learn unconditional love on this journey, and you learn it while you're healing. And it is transformational for you and for those that you love, okay? And this is also for anyone who's going through anything difficult, could be a challenging relationship, or you're accepting less than what you deserve. Understand that you deserve the greatest love, and that you offer the greatest love, okay? Next, we have create your sanctuary. While you're healing, it's so important that you know where your sanctuary is, where you can recharge, where you feel safe, where you feel, you're surrounded by beauty and love and support. The energy is important as to what the energy is of your space. Now, this can be your home. This can be a certain place in your home, a meditative space. Your sanctuary can be out in nature. Knowing where your sanctuary is when you're healing is incredibly important for you. And I highly recommend that if you don't have a sanctuary, that you create it, because you can create that internally, of course, and you can also create that in your external world, which makes life a lot easier, okay? Next, we have your unconditional love of self is protecting you. So this goes along with when you are misunderstood. This goes along when others judge you when they don't know the full picture, or when you trigger people because they, are jealous of your success or your authenticity or your light. Loving yourself unconditionally protects you. It's like you know yourself, you know your soul, and it doesn't matter what people try and kind of project on you. You know it's theirs and not yours, okay? So you don't take that energy on. And this is especially important for empaths when you take on other people's energy, or people see your light shining so bright and then they project their darkness on you, okay? So it's so important that you realize that your unconditional love does protect you. It's not airy-fairy. It's not fluff, okay? Unconditional love is armor. So you can walk through a crowd of haters, right, and be untouched, be unaffected, have your vibration at such a high level that it doesn't matter what people say, because you know the truth. You know your spirit. You know your worth. We have let unconditional love in. How interesting that Spirit has unconditional love 3 times in this deck coming out real quick here. So unconditional love is so important. We receive unconditional love from animals. We receive unconditional love with, our pets, with our dogs. But letting unconditional love in, we also receive unconditional love and support from Spirit and nature and the elements again. So know what that is for you and let it in. Let that love in so that your heart can expand, so that you can heal, so that you understand what love is versus what love is not, okay? Next we have, you are strong and beautiful in every state and chapter of your life. I don't care if you feel like you're a mess. I don't care if you feel like you're unworthy. You are beautiful and strong in every single state and transformation in your life. And we often talk about transformation on this journey, and right now there's a huge transformation happening over the next 3 months within this world and within this journey and within ourselves and our connections. So transformation can be very uncomfortable. Transformation is the in-between, right? But this is honoring and loving yourself through every state. And maybe, for men as well, you can maybe relate to this, women too. When it comes to your weight and, your weight fluctuates, those of you intuitive, really connected with the lunar energies, you may notice your weight fluctuates around the full moon, right? You may gain some weight, or you may feel, the heaviness of, it's really energy. It's not really weight, it's energy. But your body does fluctuate and change and grow and, wax and wane, right? Throughout your life, and this is loving yourself through that time, loving your body through every stage, loving every flaw, loving that your body is telling you what you need to know, okay? So again, this goes along with our unconditional love here, and that when you feel vulnerable and when you feel like you are, maybe things are crumbling, that you are actually incredibly strong, and that your light shines the brightest when you're moving through your darkest moments, okay? Next, we have every trigger is a moment to heal. Take all the time you need, okay? This is, again, about you understanding and appreciating yourself and your journey, you taking the time to heal, you listening to yourself and what it is that you require in the moment, and not allowing anyone else to put expectations on you, because they may not understand the way that you process, especially for those of you who are healing trauma or have been healing trauma. It does change the way that you think and process, right? So other people may not be aware of that. And so it's so important you don't allow people to tell you what to do or how to be. but that you listen to yourself, and you take the moments to heal. You take the time that you need to heal, because you are a masterpiece. Next, we have healthy boundaries and space are essential for your happiness and wellness and well-being. Okay, funny I said wellness. Well, absolutely, especially if you are an empath, right? And you take on other people's energies, or, you just need that time to recharge, to rest, to recover. Sometimes it's putting away your phone. Sometimes it's only, having so many readings a day or so many healing sessions with somebody a day. But really honoring your energy and what it's telling you, whether it's telling you need to clear it, whether it's telling you you need some time to recharge. But especially on a healing journey, an intuitive journey, in order to hear yourself, in order to hear your guides, it's important that you take quiet times, that you choose peace, that you have some sort of meditative practice, that you do spend some time by yourself, okay, to connect with your soul and with your guides. So give me 1 second. I'm going to collect these cards. We're going to continue going here. Next we have, you are perfect in this moment. You are perfect in this moment. Take time to do what makes you happy. So many of you are focused on work, divine mission, that it's so important that you take time for your joy, for what brings you happiness, what energizes you and brings you energy. Today I have much to do, but I went out and I laid under a tree and I took a nap. Okay, we have connect with animals. Animals are spirit guides. Animals are angels in our lives, and they truly help us shift our energy, and they teach us. They are wonderful teachers. They are wise. They bring a simplicity to our lives. They also help us ground and connect in with the moment. Empaths, truly heal. Many people heal around animals, okay? And just spending time, just connecting with animals is something that also helps heal your inner child. It's something that can raise your vibration. You also may connect with animals intuitively as a healer. You may help heal them and they help heal you. You may telepathically communicate with animals. You may have spirit animals showing up in your dreams, in your life, wild animals showing up to bring you messages, to maybe pull you out of your head if you're kind of in a negative spiral. Let's say you're not feeling very well, you're kind of thinking in a negative way, and you go for a walk out in the woods, and all of a sudden a deer appears. And that deer commands your attention, right? And it pulls you out of your mind and whatever, kind of lower vibration you were in, and helps you connect to the earth and helps ground you and remind you of the magic of, your life, the magic of this journey. Next, we have go where you are celebrated. Absolutely. Go where you are celebrated for who you are authentically, who you truly are. Go where your gifts are celebrated. So many of you, my channel is called My Soul Tribe Tarot, and that was because I wanted to call my soul tribe in. I wanted to call my soul family. And, we all celebrate together, and we win together, and we work together, and we bring so many gifts to each other. Okay? But life is meant to be celebrated, and you're meant to go where you are celebrated. Next we have, you deserve all of the support in the universe, especially when you're going through a difficult time, especially when you are feeling challenged, okay? This support is not just from physical people in your life. This is from animals, nature, spirit guides, angels, ancestors. You can call in this support, and you have a spiritual team with you to support you. You also will be guided perhaps on your journey to different types of therapy, different healers. That's why, again, it's so important you connect with your soul. Okay? But know that you deserve all the support in the universe. Many of you, and myself included, move through some things alone, on our own. And this is a reminder that you don't have to move through difficult times alone, that you have a lot of support and you can call it in. If you choose not to be around people when you're healing, you know, that's fine. It's up to you, but call in your spirit guides, call in nature, you know, allow yourself to be supported. Next we have, I am proud of you. Okay, and like I said, these cards are like love messages from me to you when you're going through a difficult time. And I am proud of you, because if you chose to heal, then you are absolutely in alignment. I know it's not easy. I know that it takes a hell of a lot of courage and vulnerability and time. And I'm so proud of you for doing this, because I know that you're healing not just for yourself so that you can have more expansion and love and beauty and alignment in your life, but also for your children moving forward if you choose to have children. Those are of you that are doing generational healing, you know, for your families. I could go on, but I am so proud of you, okay? Next we have breathe through it. This is especially when you're triggered, you're upset. Breathe through it. When you're feeling emotions, when you're feeling uncomfortable emotions, let's say, or emotions that maybe you connect with being negative, listen to what they have to tell you. You know, they're little messengers, but you're not meant to stay there. You're not meant to invite them in and keep them forever. You're meant to breathe them out. So this is about breathing through it. And for those of you that experience trauma, understand that there's imprinting that can happen on your body. So you have to release that energy. Okay? So again, connecting with healers, or if you're a healer, you know, receiving Reiki, asking for healing from your angels and guides. But a deep meditative practice where you can feel an emotion or feel an energy and breathe it out, okay? You can breathe it out sometimes very audibly, like just like down through your feet, but just know that you have the power, you have the strength, and that you can move through this. And sometimes it's just about taking the time to breathe, okay? Especially if you're having any sort of anxiety or anything. This is about pausing and just breathing, and that, you know, even if it's uncomfortable, that you can move through this moment. And yeah, you can breathe through it. Next we have, you inspire me. You absolutely do. You inspire me. My soul tribe inspires me. So much inspires me. But the fact that you are purchasing this deck, the fact that you are healing yourself, is inspiring others and inspires me. And like I said, this deck is, you know, it's really a piece of me to share with you. It's really a gem from my journey. And just know that these messages are true, and that when you read these messages like I am proud of you, you inspire me, take them in and feel them in your heart space, okay? Feel that love, feel that healing, and know that is the truth, that you are inspirational. Next we have, you don't need permission to rest. You are on a healing journey, and that takes much of your energy. Believe me, when you are relaxing, you are spiritually quite productive. Okay, this is something about manifesting that's important to know, and just in general, you know, it's also the Empress energy, which is receiving, which is also divine feminine energy. We take the aligned action, but then there's time to rest, there's time to receive and relax. And when we are relaxing, we are healing, we are releasing, we are receiving, okay, transmissions and energies and upgrades and visions and downloads. And I always say, like, I need to rest my eyes, which is something that my grandpa used to say. But it means that it's time for me to rest and recharge and receive visions or downloads or information that's important for me. So understand that when you rest, you are going to be much more productive, okay, after you take a little break, after you rest. And then also, when you're resting, you're very spiritually productive. And even when you're sleeping at night, many of you will relate to this. There's a lot going on in your dreams. There's a lot happening with your soul. There's a lot that you are receiving when you are resting, okay? Next we have, you may not understand why you are feeling this way, and that is okay. Give yourself what you need in this moment. So this is, again, taking things moment by moment. And you may be feeling a certain way and not understanding yourself. You may have just experienced a deep trigger, okay, in your life, or you don't understand yourself. And this is just when it's like, okay, I'm feeling this way, I don't quite understand it, but what I really need right now maybe is to, you know, have a good cuddle with my pet. Maybe I need to go for a walk. maybe I just need a glass of water. Something simple, something grounding. But this is so you don't overanalyze, so you don't judge yourself, you don't criticize yourself, and you have more clarity, and you give yourself love in the moment rather than, getting stuck in your head and your mind. Next, we have one step at a time, simplicity. Simplicity is so important. Taking one step at a time, not overwhelming yourself. Spirit has been guiding me to take these challenging and complex and multidimensional concepts and ideas and situations on the twin flame journey, and to break them down into simplicity, like step 1, step 2, step 3, to make them simple and metaphorical, and so they're easy to understand, and you're not taking on too much. I'm also being called to bring more humor in, which I will also be doing, okay? But one step at a time. If you're feeling overwhelmed on this journey in your life, just take things one step at a time. Even if it's just 1, 2, 3 steps, right? But it often takes just one step that begins something, begins the journey, begins, your next creation, begins something beautiful. So go at your own pace. Next, we have, if and when you are ready, share your story. It will free others. Share your healing story. Share yourself vulnerably and courageously when you are ready, because you will be able to assist so many others on their journey. And one thing that really came through to me today, once I did that launch on Instagram for this deck, was the realization of everything that I've been through, and that it was worth it so that I can bring forth this wisdom, this healing, this empathy, these tools of empowerment to help others, okay? And it was a very powerful moment for me, okay? So understand too that when you're going through something and you create, you transmute it and you create it into something empowering and beautiful to help others, it's unlike any feeling in the world, okay? So it's healing for you to create. It also, once it hits you, how many people will benefit from you sharing your story and your courage and how you inspire others. Without a doubt, no matter what it is that you went through, that, you survived, you thrived, you became a spiritual warrior, and now you can walk through that fire. And again, the metaphorical transformational fire, but you can help others, and it's truly a gift, that you're truly a gift to the world. Okay, next we have ground your energy by spending time in nature. Sometimes this is sitting by a tree, sometimes this is going for a walk, it's whatever you feel, but again, nature is here to bring you back to the present moment, to remind you of the beauty of life. Nature is divinity. Nature is divine. So really take notice of that, especially if you are stuck in your mind, your head. It's so important that you ground your energy. And as spiritual beings, we spend a lot of time in the spiritual. We spend a lot of time up there, right? So it's really important that in order to make things ground into this earth, this existence, like I had this experience, right? To create, with everything that I've gone through, and instead of keeping this idea in my mind, I have made it into a physical creation, into something tangible. And it's so important that we do this, and we balance out the spiritual with the physical, okay? And nature helps us do that. Nature helps us heal as well, and shifts our energy to a higher vibration. Next, we have talk it out with a loved one you trust. If you're going through a difficult time, talk it out with somebody that you trust. Sometimes when you are talking with another and they are just a mirror, or they are just listening to you, you receive your answer, you receive your wisdom. And oftentimes whoever you're guided to talk with will be able to bring you some of the pieces or some of the support and love that you are seeking in that time. Okay? It's also very healing to be understood and to be heard. Oftentimes people just want to be heard. They, when people are upset, it's because oftentimes they're not being heard, right? So it's so important that you do feel that love and support, that you do have a team of people to support you. You have your soul tribe, or you have those family members or those that are the closest to you and understand your soul and your journey. Next we have just breathe, just be. Just be. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to think anything. You don't have to fix anything. You don't have to do anything, but just relax, just breathe, just be. Okay, so when that card comes up, it's just a time to just be in the moment. Okay, just be in the flow. Next we have you are a spiritual warrior. Absolutely. You're going through a challenging time, right? You're walking through the shadow. You are healing, you are growing, you are transcending, you are ascending. You absolutely are a spiritual warrior of the light. And oftentimes people think, love and light is something that is just fluff. And maybe some people, kind of jumped on that sort of mindset with it. But truly those of us that are light workers, and I don't like titles, but those that you identify as like light workers really have been through darkness and have gone through that transformation. They have found their light, through that darkness. They have really been tested time and time again, and are granted the spiritual power and these spiritual gifts because they use them for the greater good. And so, yes, you are a spiritual warrior, and, be very proud of yourself. Okay, give me 1 second. Next we have, it is okay if you don't remember. You don't have to have all the pieces in this moment. So this card was specifically related to trauma and not being able to remember all the details or everything that maybe I wanted to. And I remember sitting out underneath the moon and just, being like, why can't I just see the full picture? And Spirit, said to me that it would be overwhelming, that piece by piece I will receive what I need in this moment, in the moment that I need to know it. And even if you pull this card and it's not about trauma for you, it's just knowing that what you need to know will be revealed to you in the moment. It can come in many different forms. Either it will literally just pop into your mind like a claircognizant moment, or it will, be revealed through a reading, a song lyric, a sign you see, a spirit message. There's so many different ways, but know that what you need to know will be revealed to you in the moment, okay? Next, we have transmute your pain into inspiration and create through your healing process. No matter what it is that you're healing, this was the result of this deck and will be the result of many decks to come that I will be creating. So I highly recommend that you inspire others when you are ready and you create through your healing process, because creating is so healing, and it does transform the energies, and it does empower you, and it takes something that was perhaps very challenging or dark for you, and creates something quite beautiful. Okay, it really creates a masterpiece, a work of art. Next, we have trust your intuition. More and more, our intuitive gifts are coming online. And all, those of us that are already very tapped in with our intuitive gifts, they're becoming even more fine-tuned, so they will not be ignored. And trusting in your intuition, is so important to develop that connection and that relationship. Your intuition will tell you if you're in a dangerous situation, will tell you what it is that you need to know. And it's so important that you also develop that connection with your body and listen to your body cues, because your body is an intuitive tool as well and can let you know when something is off. This is about trusting the vibes, trusting the first impressions, being aware of how your body responds in certain situations. If you meet somebody and you immediately cross your arms, there's a reason that you're doing that. There's a reason you're feeling defensive. Don't feel afraid to be, rude, okay? Like, some women especially want to be polite in situations even when they're uncomfortable, and understand that there are people out there that will prey upon that, and they will kind of try and manipulate you because of your kindness. So don't be afraid to be rude. If you're uncomfortable in a situation and you need to leave, leave. If somebody is invading your space, tell them off. Do what you need to do. Trust that intuition and trust that inner voice, okay? That's something that is so important for you on this journey and in life. We have you inspire me. You absolutely do. Do I have you inspire me twice? I think I might. You absolutely do inspire me, okay? There's no mistakes. That is that is something to remind you of how inspirational you are to the world. And, focus on things that do inspire you and inspire yourself and surprise yourself, okay? Some of you may be watching this video and be like, oh gosh, like, I don't want to create right now, or I don't, you're afraid maybe. But just take it one step at a time, and when the time is right, you will feel guided. You will feel inspired. You will feel divinely inspired to know when it is time for you to create something, or to, perhaps have a difficult conversation, or, moving off of inspiration and being in the flow is something that is definitely a divine feminine trait and an empress trait. So it's important that you do tap into that. We have, if you feel misunderstood, it is time to find your soul tribe, okay? Hello, soul tribe. Welcome, soul family. Absolutely. And many of you find your soul tribe online through these different platforms. It has absolutely blown my mind how many of you have connected with me, how amazing you all are. And just to be so embraced by so many beautiful souls is such a gift to me, and I just want to say I love you all so much. So if you're in a situation, whether it's, just in a place where people don't understand you, it's time for you to find your soul tribe. It's time for you to find your soul family. It's time for you to go somewhere where you're celebrated and understood, okay? Where you feel comfortable and expanding and being who you are, where you shine bright, okay? And no one tries to dim your light. That's so important. So if you are feeling on this journey misunderstood, and so many of you have reached out and connect with me and share, your intuitive gifts and experiences, because it's a safe space to do so, and you understand because I put myself out there, and many others have as well, that we understand this journey and we understand these intuitive gifts, and we're meant to be guides, and to assist and help you grow your spiritual gifts and align, with your soul and with your soul mission. And so if you're feeling misunderstood, it's time for maybe a new social circle. It's time for you to find and go somewhere where you feel comfortable, where you feel, free to be who you are, okay? And eventually you'll get to that point where it doesn't matter where you are, you will be yourself. But while you are healing and while you are transforming and growing and maybe feeling more sensitive, it's important that you're around people that understand you. Next, we have rewrite your narrative. Absolutely. Rewrite your narrative of whatever it is that you've gone through, whether it was heartbreak, whether it was trauma, whether it was, something challenging, and you are the hero of your story, okay? And so rewrite your narrative into something powerful. Creating through your healing process is rewriting your narrative. It is creating an empowering story. It is creating something beautiful out of something that was perhaps painful. Okay, it is transmuting energies. Next, we have you deserve your forgiveness. Absolutely, no matter what it is that you've been through, or perhaps you judge yourself for whatever it is you went through, forgive yourself. Okay, that's that unconditional love and support. And, forgiveness is important to also forgive others. You don't have to have them in your life, okay? Those that have hurt me, I can forgive them and release them. I don't want any negative cords or attachment to them in any way, shape, or form, right? I don't want that. And so I release that, because that forgiveness is about moving forward and creating space in your life for you and your happiness and your joy. It also helps heal and clear out your heart space so that you can embrace more beauty in your life, more love in your life, more joyful and positive experiences, and shine even brighter, okay? So next we have embrace your inner child and play. Absolutely. Do you want to color? Do you want to watch, your favorite movies? Do you want to, go splash in a puddle? Whatever it is, embrace your inner child and play. That's so healing on this journey. And, while we are are moving through life, as adults, we sometimes become so serious, and it's important that we take the time to play. Be gentle with your precious and mighty soul. Absolutely. Be gentle with yourself through this process. We have I see your light shining all the way from across the ocean. So this is a universal deck. I should have said all the way across the universe. I see your light shining. I see, your gifts coming online. I see, all the beauty that you're bringing to this world. I see you, okay? And that I see your spirit, and that is what this is about. Okay? You have the right to feel every emotion you are feeling right now. Some people that are uncomfortable with emotions will maybe try and stoke your emotion, or try and stop you from expressing your emotions. And yes, we do that in a balanced way, of course. We do it in healthy ways, but it's important that you do understand you have the right to feel the way that you feel, and you have the right to release that as well, so you don't have to hold on to that emotion or that energy. Next, we have express what you need to others. Again, this is about the throat chakra, the heart chakra. This is about expressing what it is that you need, okay? Not everyone can read your mind. Some people out there can, but not everyone can. And so it's important that you express to others what you need, including your boundaries, including what it is that, you require. We have you are safe in this moment, okay? And that's so important, so to help you ground and realize that, you are safe. We have make your self-care and joy a priority. Absolutely. We make work a priority. We make our family and friends a priority. We make everything else a priority except for ourselves, and especially our joy. So make your joy a priority. Live in those higher vibrations, okay? Radiate them all across the world. You deserve to have that joy. You must believe the depth of the darkness you are moving through reveals the radiance of your light. This came to me, okay, through a very powerful time. And this is when I realized that when we are moving through our darkness, it is when we are shining our brightest. Okay? So understand that this is about, the light worker journey as well, the twin flame journey, moving through the shadow. Okay? That it does reveal the radiance of your light. You're mining your light when you move through those moments, okay? Just like I mined this deck when I moved through these moments and these experiences. We have surround yourself with beauty. Absolutely. Beauty is healing. It's high vibrational. Flowers, crystals, colors, whatever it is that makes you feel joy, surround yourself with that. Whatever it is that makes you feel peace, that's about, creating your sanctuary. Next, we have when others are not kind to you, that is when it is most important for you to be kind to yourself, okay? Because when people are not kind to you, that's maybe when you start to judge or criticize yourself. And it's so important that you love yourself. That's when that unconditional love protects you, okay? That's when you are the most kind to yourself, is when others are being unkind to you, okay? That's radical self-love and care. Next, we have call upon your ancestors, call upon your spirit guides, call upon your angels for support and assistance. I understand there's a typo in there. And I did edit that before I did put the deck live on my shop. But this is, again, you have this support team with you always that you can call upon. And it's so important you develop that relationship with them so they can guide you and assist you with navigating your journey, navigating your life, your gifts, information that you need to know, your direction, your alignment. We have express yourself creatively. It's so healing. Something that I've recently kind of been moving into is intuitive movement, and just allowing myself to be in the flow and move my body however it is that feels best. And so creative expression is your soul expression. It's your soul expressing itself, telling a story, moving energy, creating masterpieces. So create, okay? Next, we have just because someone does not understand how you are feeling does not mean they can't respect, love, support, and appreciate and celebrate you, okay? So again, this is about being misunderstood, judged, or criticized. Don't accept that from anyone, okay? Oftentimes people, again, are expressing their unhealed wounds and reflecting that upon you, okay? Especially if you are the light, especially if you are, you know, healing, and if you're the light, you're also revealing things, okay? You may be revealing darkness within others or situations, and so to understand that even if people don't fully understand you, that you do deserve that respect, love, support, appreciation, and they can celebrate you. They don't have to understand you to love you, okay? Next, we have maintain a spiritual practice that aligns and supports you. So important, okay? A daily spiritual practice could be as simple as a mindful walk. Some of you, there will be different things for you. Perhaps it's working with cards. Perhaps, it's yoga. There's so many different spiritual practices. So find one that aligns with your soul and supports you, and continue to stick with it, okay? Because those are tools that really help you on this journey, increase your awareness, bring you energy, help clear your energy. I could go on and on. Next, we have share your unique gifts with the world. Yes, please do this. The world needs your unique gifts, okay? And you have unique gifts. Even if, I don't even know how many Reiki healers there are out there, but we each have, a specific way of bringing our gifts forward. So understand that your gift is unique. Understand that there's not competition, okay? So, like I said, you have something unique that others do not. And so don't get caught in any sort of lower vibration or competition when it comes to your gifts or your spiritual practice. That's just something that's channeling through right now. Okay, but this is also a sign that when you're moving through something challenging, that the world needs you, okay? And that you are vital to this earth, okay? To be here in this moment, to be healing, to be sharing your gifts. You are important, you are needed, you are wanted, you are desired in this world with what you have to share, what you have to give, okay? Don't allow any negative thoughts to make you think otherwise. We have when you are ready, step into leadership and guide others, okay? You will when you are ready. You will feel that call. And the twin flame journey is about this leadership. It is about leading the way for humanity. It is about uplifting energies, and it starts with us, right? And you will be guiding others. You will be assisting others with your experiences and with your creations and your wisdom. Okay. Next, we have allow yourself to surrender to transformation and rise like the radiant goddess or God that you are, okay? You are divine, you are a sovereign being, you are absolutely incredible. And this is about, I spoke earlier about kind of the flames, the metaphorical flames of transformation, the experiences that we go through that basically burn away what we are not, that we release lower vibrational frequencies and energies in situations so that we can rise, so that we can raise the vibration, so that we can be the light and anchor the light into this planet, among many other things. But this is you tapping in with your God, goddess self. This is you tapping in with the divinity that is within you, okay? And surrendering to your power, surrendering to your strength, surrendering to your transformation, okay? And allowing yourself to rise and letting go of things that hold you back, okay? This is about your empowerment. This is about your transformation. And the twin flame journey is about your healing. It is about your transformation, okay? So I hope that you all enjoyed my deck. Again, it is available right now on my shop. You can find that link in the description box below. And I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Let me know in the comments. Give it a like, subscribe to join my soul tribe. Welcome, and have a gorgeous day.